Hey there, Noodles. Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm having a pretty good one now. It wasn't, going too well if you saw the last video. Or today, who knows when I uploaded those videos. But it wasn't going too well because, I really was struggling finding one of these boys. I was looking all over, probably in all the wrong spots. You know, probably was also my fault because I was trying to cheat my way into, finding one of these amethyst crystals without actually doing the search and looking. It wasn't until I actually started looking with my own eyes instead of looking at the coordinates in the top right, trying to follow what the seed map generator had said I would find one at. It wasn't until I, just stopped caring and pretended I wasn't going to find one that I stumbled upon one. And now I'm glad I did, because now I can keep building my little fisherman home back at the village with all this calcite, and then I'm sure I can find something cool to do with all this purple amethyst later. I think it's called amethyst, right? So if I leave that, will that grow? I think it will, so I'm going to leave that. I think all the ones that are not fully formed I'm going to leave, and then I'll come back at a later point and see if they've grown. But they might not grow, I guess, since I'm not nearby. I just thought about that's how Minecraft works. Well, I don't know. Certain things in Minecraft work that way. Not all of them. But I'm going to just assume that Minecraft ain't going to be nice to me. It's going to not let things grow while I'm not nearby it, because I think this is kind of far away. Actually, this is pretty close to it's only negative 23 and 8, so this is pretty close up above where my village actually is, because my village is very close to spawn. I forgot how close it was to spawn. So who knows, maybe this will be within the loaded blocks of my village that this will grow while I'm gone. We'll find out though. I'll come back and do an update for myself, and maybe let you guys in. I'm gonna Google it this time, because Google is not fun no more, bro. Google ain't fun no more. I tried using it for almost an hour, and then within half an hour of me just ignoring it and being like, no, okay, I'm just gonna go explore myself. I find my own amethyst blocks and calcite and tuft, all the things I needed for this build. Well, not tuft, I don't need tuft for this build, but it is always nice to have a little bit extra because I do use it in several of my other buildings. And I'll probably continue to use it because, I don't know, I just like how it looks in this texture pack. I do need to go check out some of the new textures that Minecraft works now. I didn't even know that there was, I guess, new textures and new gas behave differently. There's different types of gas now. Bro, okay, where does this go? Is this gonna lead me to another ocean? Or is this gonna lead me to an underground magical area? Nothing in here? Nothing in here? Okay, so I just need to be careful and not break this tuft on this side. I can do that. Hit to do that? Definitely not. Oh. Guess I gotta be a little bit more careful on that. That's a bit annoying, but okay. I'm gonna get all this calcite at least out. That's all I care about. I will fight this water if it's the last thing I do to get all this calcite out. Even if I have to encapsulate everything in obsidian. So, it's only my brain won't chill. Let me just chill, please. Please let me just chill. I don't want to drown, bro. Just want to grab my calcite and get out of here. I'll be out of your hair, Minecraft. You don't got to keep trying to drown me here. Just, let me take the fruits of my labor of searching around for like an hour and not finding anything. And give me a little bit of reward, please. Without any more struggle. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm just smacking this amethyst, so, I'm just talking to myself. I hope y'all are having a good day. Leave a comment right now if you want. Let me know if you're having a good day or bad day. If you're having a bad day, you know, I don't know what to do besides tell you, try to have a better one, bro. Because, like, you know, you only get one laugh. And, you know, the only person that can make it better is you. So if you're having a bad day, do something about it. That's what I did. I was having a bad day yesterday. And so, you know, I went out and sat on a bench and I smoked a... I didn't smoke, I lit a little green incense. Smoking is bad for you. So I lit some green incense and, smelled it until it made me feel better. So, you know, if any of y'all do the same on the regular, you know, maybe reach out, let me know. Let me know what your favorite smell of green incense is, and compare some notes. I've been thinking about making some incense content recently, but I'm not too for sure if that's the route I want to take with this channel. I might try that on a different channel and see how fun it is before I take it onto a main channel. I think the only other thing I'm going to start right now on this channel is maybe some demo days. So I'm going to do like a demo day keeps the depression away or some crap like that. That'll be like the slogan of that series, and it'll just be me playing random demos from my Steam library, trying to fiend off the depression and letting you know if the demos are good enough to fiend off the depression or if they're not great and more on the poor side. You know, like more on the make you depressed because the demo is so bad and it's 2025 and gaming should be immaculate now, and you know, I'm still playing Minecraft. That doesn't say something about the state of gaming or me, one of the two. I don't know what that means. But, you know, I don't know about you guys, but games are just not the same as they used to be. Like, I feel back in the day, like every couple months a new game would be coming out, or I discover a new game that had come out years ago. That made me excited to try it, or even, you know, attempt to try it. But a lot of the time nowadays, when I see a new game come out, I'm just like, bro, what is this? What is this? What is the longevity? There's no longevity for this game. There was an MMO, I can't remember the name of it, that had a demo when I was going to download demos, and I was like, oh, this kind of looks good, but it is an online demo for an online massive multiplayer online game. Not going to mention the name because I don't know too much about it, but I just started reading reviews, and almost every single review was like negative. Somehow, like at least recent reviews, all the like a lot of the older ones were like positive, being like, oh no, this is a great game, and I'm sure there's some good qualities to it. But the reviews were just tearing it apart. Not just the game being torn apart. It was mainly the devs being, not the devs, but like the people were just railing on the devs for adding in-game content and not fixing bugs in the game. And I guess the in-game content they were adding was content that would make them money, but not content that would make the game more enjoyable to play. So like, whatchamacall those things, paid paid skins and stuff like that, and other cosmetic things that weren't actually making the quality of the life of the game last longer. It was just, you know, delaying the inevitable of a dead game, it sounded like from the reviews. So that was one of the few demos that was suggested to me on Steam that I decided not to download. I kind of made myself a rule. I was like, any demo that was suggested to me from now on Steam, I'm going to try out. And then I realized there's just so many demos that if I did that, I would be spending the rest of my life playing demos and trying out new games and never completing a game or trying a full version of a game. So what I decided was, you know, if I see a demo and it doesn't immediately catch my eye, it doesn't make me like, okay, ooh, I want to try that. I have to go, you know, look more into the game. I'll go watch the trailer. I'll go watch, maybe read a little bit what the game's about online, or maybe look at some not reviews of the game, but like video reviews, but like verbal ones. So like Steam reviews, stuff like that. People are like, oh yeah, I got this game for free. It was worth, or hey, I just played the demo, and that's pretty much the entire game. I love games like that where it's like, if you play the demo, you've played the entire game. So you know, just play the demo and go get your fill. Don't pay for the whole game. Some of those comments are pretty entertaining to me, but it shows me, hey, you know what? Maybe games need to be shorter. Maybe this AAA 60 hours worth of games for $60 just isn't where it's at no more. People don't have that attention span. I think I do, at least for some things. As long as it interests me, I do. But if it don't interest me right off the bat, it's really hard for me to commit 60 hours into finishing a story. I'd rather sit down and play something for 2 hours, get the full experience, and then walk away and be like, you know, I feel accomplished today. But you know, that's just not how the world runs. You know, we gotta people like their long games. People like their grinding, unlimited style of games. I guess, you know, kind of like Minecraft. It's a never ending here, and this world probably will never be complete, unfortunately. But I'm gonna definitely do my best to make it as complete as possible before I leave this world behind in the dust like I've left every single other world in Minecraft. Who knows, maybe this will become my forever world. I'll join Kevin, get some mods for it, go build it in another section of the world. You never know. You never know what this will turn into. It might turn into a 13-year-old world like that one dude that, you know, lost everything after 13 years of grinding in hardcore. Hopefully that's the case. I'm not planning to turn this into a hardcore world. I don't think I can at this point. Just more iron for me. There's always more iron in this section. I don't know why, but it works for me, and I'm happy with it. So, anyways, yeah. I think that's it for now, guys. I wanna go deposit all this calcite, and I'm really happy with myself that I found this all by myself, with definitely not with the help of the internet or anything. You know, that'd be crazy if I did. I don't know why I just started grabbing this. I don't need it. I'm not gonna use it anytime soon. I just started clearing it out. That's my brain. All right, I'm gonna go deposit all this calcite back home. I don't have any gravel, do I? Oh, I do have gravel. The best way to get back home. If you don't agree, I'm sorry, but you're just... Sometimes you just gotta do... Sometimes you just gotta do it to yourself, okay, bro? That's all I gotta say. Alright, you guys have a good rest of your day. Take off all my chainmail so I die a little bit quicker, hopefully. I think that makes me die quicker. I don't know. I'm gonna go deposit all this calcite. I made a good amount. Sorry for the noises. Not sorry. I'll catch you all later. Have a good day. Bye.